What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm James and welcome to Film Talk. And today's topic, 1917. 1917 is a 2019 film directed by Sam Mendes. And the movie only came out this year for me, only a couple days ago here in Australia. And I had the chance to go see it yesterday. So the basic story for the film is that one of our main characters' older brothers is in the 2nd Battalion, and him and his group have been sent out, but they're walking right into a trap that the Germans have planned. And our two main characters, played by Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay, are sent out to deliver a message to call off the attack. And they have one day and night to deliver it. And me personally, I have never really watched a war movie. So, already starting off, this film was so much of a more different experience for me. But outside of that, even if I have seen other war movies, this film in itself is just so different. Starting with the fact that the entire film looks like it is one continuous shot, which is probably honestly the reason I was attracted to going to see it, and I'm sure that's the same with a lot of people. Now, was I a fan of the whole one-shot look? Yes and no. Yes, because it helped you feel like you were there with the characters, and every time one of the characters got hurt, or one of the characters got stuck in a situation that they had to overcome, you felt like you were stuck in that situation with them. Whenever they got hurt, you felt like you got hurt with them. You know, if something bad happened to them, you felt like that bad thing just happened to you. And my dad said it feels like I'm playing like a video game and I'm like playing as this character. And I got what he meant. Like, it feels like you're either, one, you're there with them, like walking behind them, or yeah, you're just like playing a game and you're playing as these characters. Like, it almost felt like you were the characters because you were like with them the whole time. The things I didn't really like about the whole one-shot thing is it kind of made some scenes drag on a bit because it was all one big scene kind of, and if there was this one bit where they were just there for a little bit, it kind of just felt like the scene kept going for too long. The score in this film, it worked perfectly with all the scenes. It helped the scene feel less empty, if it did at times. But I guess that is the special thing about lots of the scenes. It feels empty, like because where they were was quite empty. That's some of the special stuff about it. Because you get to feel like you're at the war with them and experience it all. And you get to see what these men went through. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but I will talk about the film a little bit without fully spoiling it. There like some scenes from the trailers and stuff. The parts where one of our characters would, run out in the open, where, they have the possibility of getting shot and dying, you feel like, oh my god, I've just left my cover and now I'm gonna die. Like, you feel like you're running with them, and if they're in a chase, you feel like you're getting chased and your heart's racing and you feel like, you're trying to escape with them. Was that a bug? Yeah. It is truly just a whole new experience, this movie, and I hope that they try this with other films. Make it feel more like you're with them than you're just watching some people do some stuff. Like, it was so different. And it was quite surprising. Like, I did see them in the trailer a little bit, but there's some big, higher ranked actors in this film, such as Benedict Cumberbatch and Mark Strong, who I've seen in other films before, but they're only in the movie for like a couple minutes each. And this film has a runtime of 1 hour and 59 minutes. And I've always had this weird thing with movies that go for about that long, where I feel like the movie should be longer, and that it was the same with this movie. I feel like it could have been a little bit longer. Halfway through the movie, there's this bit where the character who we're with is knocked unconscious, and then we wake up and some hours have passed. And at first you're like, oh, it's nighttime now. But then you realise, oh my god, wait, we're running out of time. We have to hurry up and deliver this message, otherwise, over 1,000 people are going to die. So the whole time you feel like you're in a rush to get through it, but that's not like the bad thing. It's a good thing that helps this film feel even better. Like, as soon as they get the word that they need to go out and go, one of the characters is like, okay, yep, we gotta go, and then the other character's like, shouldn't we plan this? And that is the two feelings that you feel throughout this whole movie. Either, oh my god, we need to hurry up and deliver this message, they need to hurry up, or wait, but are they like, they need to plan this better, what are they doing? Like, they're just walking into things and then bad stuff's happening to them and they're not prepared at all because it's just these two guys trying to go into like enemy territory. It is, yeah. There's lots of parts in this movie, particularly near the start, where our characters are crawling and walking through tight spaces and you feel like you're cramped in with them. And then there's bits where, you know, they've got to dodge through barbed wire and you feel like you're trying to sneak in through it with them. And then if one of our characters gets cut, you feel like, oh no, now we're going to have to deal with that cut for the whole movie. Like, that, how's that going to affect us later on? Also, if a bomb went off, I genuinely got scared. Like, there's this bit where an explosion happens and it shocked me so much. Like, I literally I jumped. Another great thing about this movie is that lots of the camera shots, I found myself sitting there wondering, how did they film that? Like, because they're recording and they're like on ground and then all of a sudden the camera's just like floating above the water and I'm like, how the heck did they film that? Like, that happened a lot throughout the movie. I'm wondering, how did they even record that? So, yeah. Some of the scenes are quite emotional. Like, if sad stuff happens, you feel sad with them. When you think about how this sort of stuff happened back then, it is quite sad. And when the movie ends, yeah. And then, you know, there's dead bodies scattered throughout the movie, and there's a part where one of the characters' hands, like, he's just cut his hand on a piece of barbed wire, and then he reaches his hand over, and it goes right into the back of a dead body, and it's like, oh, but it looks great. The look of it all. Like, there was no bad CGI, I don't think. Maybe there was a part where George McKay's character is falling into, like, some water, and the falling looked a little bit weird, but you don't really notice it. It kind of just goes past, and then it's over. But, like, the look of everything, it looked awesome. It looked great. And that's probably because lots of it was practical. Like, there probably wasn't a whole heap of CGI. But yeah, all the dead bodies and the old war tanks and guns and the look of the trenches, everything, it helped feel like you were there with them. That is literally the whole special thing about this movie, is that it's a whole new experience. So I encourage everyone watching this video to go experience it for yourself. And also, I think there was some time jumps. There was a time jump cut in the movie, but they don't show it. They just, because they want the whole movie to look like one shot. So it's like, okay, it's night, and then, okay, it's like the sun's coming up, but it just kind of suddenly comes up. So it like still looks like one shot, but it's like a time jump of a couple hours. So it's a bit weird. So really, there's not a whole lot I didn't like about this movie. Just the fact that some of the scenes dragged on a little bit, and I feel like the movie could have been a bit longer. So, like, kind of two opposites, but, you know, there should have been a little bit more. So, I wouldn't say this movie changed my life. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite movies of all time. But I would say it's definitely flushed cats out of my mind, I can say that. Probably one of my most favourite films that I've seen recently. So, thank you guys all for watching my review on the film 1917. Make sure you go check it out. I haven't seen any of Sam Mendes' other work, but this is for sure probably his best movie. I don't know. I haven't seen anything by him, so I don't know. So make sure you drop a like, leave a comment down below of any movies I should review or any videos you would like to see. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow this channel up a little bit so more people check it out. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and that is a wrap.